Hey, Mr. Holbrin, I hear the auto show was fun and we better not have paid for it. We want you to work on Tuesday morning. This has been a long week for many. For me, this is my second trip down here to the Capitol, and being an owner of a small business, I don't get paid to come down here. I don't have any sick days, and I certainly don't have any vacation days to cover my costs. I am tired, I am embarrassed, and I'm angry. I am tired of hearing all the whining and the complaints of how unfair all this is and how this is for our children. I'm embarrassed that the entire world is watching as we expose all our dirty laundry to the world. And I'm angry that on a day when there's no God, no religion, and no politics allowed in our schools, our children have been used as pawns, coaxed to join a cause, and have had their minds indoctrinated against our brand new governor. It doesn't get any more political than that, and I'd like to know who gave these teachers that right. And I'd like to know who told our teachers that it was their place to discuss their paychecks and discuss their political views with our children. For this reason alone, any and all teachers who even discuss any of their own personal views regarding this budget bill should be fired. We have missed a few days of school here, so I thought maybe we'd brush up a little bit on some subjects, like English and terms. The word Holocaust. Holocaust is a word that generally is used to describe the genocide of millions of Germans. 6 million, to be correct. 5.7 million Jews in Germany were killed during the war. Thousands and thousands of other citizens were killed. 200,000 handicapped people, 500,000 gypsies, 8 million Soviet civilians, 10,000 gay men, 1,000 Jehovah's Witnesses, 2,000 Catholic clergy. Black people from 1935 to 1945 in Nazi Germany were persecuted, sterilized, used for medical experimentation. I am angry. During the Nazi era, the communists, the socialists, the social democrats, and trade union leaders were victims of Nazi persecution. Prisoners of war deaths in Nazi Germany decapitated more than 3.1 million people. Who's responsible for this? Adolf Hitler. And anybody who would take a sign and take the time to draw that compares Governor Scott Walker, a man trying to balance a budget, to a monster who had murdered over 20 million people should be ashamed. And anybody, shame on you. Shame on you!
What's that? It's kind of like Jerry Springer.
Anybody who would walk down the street seeing a sign like that and not even walk up to the person and say something should be disgraceful, should be disgraced. And these are our Wisconsin brothers and sisters. Good Lord! Obviously the horrors of the bloody war ever, World War II, is not being taught in our classrooms. If it was no one, and I mean no one, would ever be caught making such a disgraceful comparison as Scott Walker to Adolf Hitler. Let's do a little math. 4,423 Iraqi freedom soldiers. 1,462 enduring freedom soldiers. That equals 5,885 soldiers who have given their lives over the past decade defending people like us, here in America, in Wisconsin, who have not had a want for anything ever in our lives. Spoiled, self-absorbed, a disgrace to all who came before, and a poor example to say the least, for our children who have to figure out how to salvage any kind of remnants of this state. And finally, 113 mothers, Wisconsin mothers, who woke up each day this week. Perhaps they poured themselves a cup of coffee and turned on the news, and they saw a circus, a 3-ring circus in their state's capital. Ungrateful, self-centered, disrespectful Americans. And I'm certain they must have thought to themselves, and my child gave their lives for this. America, Wisconsin, we are headed for some tough times. Good Lord, this is only the beginning. These are our mistakes. This is our mess. If this week here in Madison is a reflection on how America will face the challenging days ahead, God help us. With that being said, thank you. Like I do every day, I thank God for the gift of being born an American.
Meg Allison of the